Hi, I'm Andrew Garfield, and this is the Wired autocomplete interview. Good luck. Never in my life have I Googled myself. Of course I have. It mostly hurts to Google yourself, so I wouldn't recommend it. Fun. Is Andrew Garfield a nice guy? You decide, man. You decide, I don't know. You tell me, am I a nice guy? Sometimes. Like if I'm walking down the street, I'm having a nice day, and you say, yo, and I'm like, yo, that's nice. But then sometimes I'm be like, hey, I don't want to say yo. I'm tired. Or like something just happened that made me sad. I just want to be a person, man. So yeah, yes and no. Is Andrew Garfield in Uptown Funk? I wish. Is Andrew Garfield playing Spider-Man again? Yeah. Oh, you almost got me. No, I'm not. Crying out loud. But I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with the next movie because I just love him. Is Andrew Garfield alive? What do you think? What do you see? What do you feel? What is Andrew Garfield's accent? This one. It's an English one. I was born in Los Angeles, but I was raised in England. South of England, specifically Banstead, Surrey. SM71DY is my postcode, or was. What was Andrew Garfield's first movie? Lions for Lambs. A ridiculous first movie to do because Robert Redford was directing and starring. Next on the call sheet was Meryl Streep. And then after Meryl Streep was Thomas Cruise. And then after that, it was this little child called Andrew Garfield that had never made a film before. And that's ridiculous. What was Andrew Garfield nominated for an Oscar? That is bad grammar, but that's fine, because it's a search engine. It doesn't have any feelings. Although maybe the people that created the search engine should have to think about that. I was nominated for an Oscar for a film called Hacksaw Ridge. I played a character called Desmond Doss. He was a conscientious objector in World War II in Okinawa, and it's a true story, and he rescued the lives of 75 people off of this death-defying battlefield ridge and lowered them down on a rope. It's superhuman. I remember on day one of the battle scenes of that, I thought, I'm gonna do all this for real. I'm gonna drag these guys to the end. I'm gonna let them down. After the first guy, I literally had to lay down for 2 hours. Like, it is ridiculous how this guy did it. It was absolutely insane. And he was built, he was as, skinnier than me. What Harry Potter movie is Andrew Garfield in? I don't know. Pretty sure none. I'm flattered to be considered a marauder, a fan cast, if you will, of a young Remus Lupin in the Marauders. That's a sweet thought, and I appreciate your consideration. What does Andrew Garfield think of Tom Holland? I really like him. I think he's a wonderful person. I met him once at the BAFTAs one year. We had a lovely talk. He was very sweet. He's a Kingston boy. We're neighbors pretty much. He's from Surrey. And then, as an actor, I just think he's absolutely wonderful. I'm just super grateful that he's the one filling out the suit. I love those films. I think they've just done an incredible job with it. Does Andrew Garfield sing in Tick, Tick, Boom? So Andrew Garfield does sing in Tick, Tick, Boom, yes, thank you. I worked very, very closely with an amazing vocal coach, Liz Kaplan, and all of Lin-Manuel Miranda's amazing musical direction team. They enabled me to open my voice up to the point where I could honor John's songs and feel confident enough to belt them out as he always did when he was doing his one-man show and otherwise. So it was a privilege to be able to learn a skill that I've always wanted to attain and do it in service to John Larson. Does Andrew Garfield have social media? Not officially, no. I have a couple of creeper accounts. Just to follow news, But no, I'm far too sensitive to do it myself. Does Andrew Garfield know how to skate? Skateboard, yeah. I used to skateboard when I was a kid. That was my first real love, actually, when I was 13, 14, 15. Listening to Rage Against the Machine, the Beastie Boys, with trousers far too big for me, with my butt hanging out. My big claim to skateboarding fame, for anyone who knows about that famous skate spot in the South Bank of London, there's a set of 7 steps, and I once kickflipped that set of 7 when I was 15 years old. And then I broke my wrist dropping him for the first time on a vert ramp. Does Andrew Garfield like lasagna? I get the reference, and I don't appreciate it. No, I love Garfield. I used to love reading Garfield comics, and I do love lasagna, but it's not related to the cat. But, having that as a reference is good, because sometimes when people ask what my name is for a reservation for a restaurant or something, and I have an accent that's British, and when I'm in America, a lot of the time people are like, huh? And I'm like, oh, Garfield, like the cat. And they're like, oh, like the cat, cute. And I'm like, yeah, it is cute. Why, Andrew Garfield? Don't ask me that, because I will talk for hours, and I will fall into an existential funk, and I will find my way through it, and I will realize the meaning of life, but I won't be able to express it, and it will be a whole waste of time for you, but not for me. So I don't want to subject you to that. Where is Andrew Garfield? I'm searching. I'm always searching. I'm always trying to figure that out. What is Andrew Garfield? What is he? What is Andrew Garfield's phone number? Wait, I want to follow that bad grammar. If I put an apostrophe S there. What is Andrew Garfield's phone number? Come on. Andrew Garfield organ movie. It sounds like the title of like my sex tape or something. It's like a bad translation of like what my sex tape would be called. It's been translated from like another language and it's like been printed on a t-shirt. Andrew Garfield organ movie. I think you're referencing Never Let Me Go, which is not a sex tape and far from it. I'm just switching streams here. It's just an amazing story and I would love you guys to watch the film. Andrew Garfield long neck. It's true. I'm not gonna debate that. It's a reality. I notice it every day. I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, there you are, you long neck bastard. Andrew Garfield, Justin Timberlake impression. I did that on SNL. I don't know if he enjoyed it. I wish I could be Justin when I was a kid. I wanted to be able to dance and sing like him, and he brought sexy back. That is no mean feat for one person to do. I love Justin. I loved working with him in The Social Network, and you know, I had to kind of keep my cool because, you know, I am such a fan. He was so supportive of me during all that filming. He was just such a supportive dude, like, especially during that laptop smashing scene. He came up to me afterwards and I won't say what he said to me, but he was just so lovely. And it was like, I'm gonna remember this moment. I'm talking about it now. I'm gonna remember this moment forever because you're someone who I so admire as an artist, and like the fact that like I grew up listening to your music and now you're telling me I did a good job on something, it's like, damn, that's really special. Those are the special moments that I hope I never take for granted. Andrew Garfield, Ryan Reynolds. Oh, I think this is a reference to the kiss. The Golden Globes kiss. This is a really fun moment. I said to him, if you win, kiss me instead of Blake, your wife, because Blake was on the other side, and he was like, amazing, let's do it. And then he was like, what if, even if I don't win? I'm like, yeah. Let's just kiss. So yeah, that was fun. It was nice to do it. I liked it. Yes, he did get lost in my eyes. I felt it. And then I realized that what we had done was a mistake, because for me it was just a prank, like a fun thing. But obviously, you know, this has happened to me before where people catch feelings and I don't. How tall is Andrew Garfield's feet? It's a size 10. How to get Andrew Garfield hair? Propecia. No, I'm just kidding. How did Andrew Garfield become famous? I don't believe I am famous. How old was Andrew Garfield in Doctor Who? Young, a little whippersnapper. 22, 23? How long was Andrew Garfield president? It says John Garfield? No, who was the president? James Garfield. John Garfield was a great actor. James Garfield. I was never president. What did Andrew Garfield win a Tony for? Angels in America. I played the character Prior Walter in the masterpiece that is Angels in America by Tony Kushner. Does Andrew Garfield do his own stunts when they allow me? Now that I'm a bit older and my knees are a bit creaky, it's a tricky thing. But yeah, I love it. Especially with the Spider-Man stuff, I loved it. It was probably my favorite part of that. Because I used to be a gymnast when I was a kid, and it was like part of what made me love the character so much. And yeah, it's so fun. It's so fun. How many Andrew Garfield movies are there? I have no idea. Not many. I haven't made many movies comparatively to other people because I'm a picky son of a gun. I'm either called to a film or I'm not, and Tick Tick Boom is one of those rare ones where I feel very, very called to it. Andrew Garfield, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Tick Tick Boom's in theaters now, Netflix soon too. Have a good time with it, I think you will. I'm gonna go and now contemplate why Andrew Garfield. Thanks so much, Wyatt. No, thanks so much, Wyatt, thank you.